Hello, you're listening to Hugo Talks Some More. Last couple of days I have uploaded videos, not on here though, all of them are too spicy for YouTube. They are all streamable at hugotalks.com. Be sure to subscribe to hugotalks.com so you can be notified every time I upload a video, as many are now not on YouTube. So, as you are well aware, I've talked about the jib-jab passports on here many a time. We've also talked about things like Google tattoos, etc. Now on the passports, I told you ages ago that they would use the NHS app, or rather just transform it, update it so it becomes the passports, which they now admit they are going to do. Why do you think they spent all those billions on it? And this is only just the start, as they are already talking about digital ID frameworks, already putting in place the plans for a cashless society. They will adopt a social credit system. They will measure your carbon footprint, your access to services and to your finances will all be through this app. And that will be dependent on your health status. And if you are a good little boy or girl and obey your orders, all of this is what they hope to bring in. I mean, let's hope they don't, but that is what they are planning on doing. Now, when I've talked about this in the past, I would see in the comments, people would say, well, I ain't got no smartphone. What are they going to do? They're going to buy everyone a smartphone? Well, no. They will do something like this.
As more people get vaccinated, a doctor has created a way to show off your COVID vaccination status.
Mm-hmm. What do they call it?
Immuniband.
Immuniband. It's basically a bracelet. I mean, it's rubber, got a little bit of metal on it, that allows you to digitally access your COVID-19 vaccination documentation, if that makes sense. It was designed to help businesses reopen. Specifically, a lot of restaurants are using it. You know, like the wait staff. You don't have to ask, have you been vaccinated? So, starting today, employees at a local restaurant will be sporting them for the first time ever. Hi, Dr. Burton. Good to have you here, president of Immuniband. So, what is the idea?
The idea is that as we come back together as a society, it's nice to have a way to tell each other, I'm safe and I've been vaccinated. And then for businesses particularly, it's a way to help them open up and help the public to be more comfortable as they see that, for example, the wait staff have got the Immuniband and they've been vaccinated and they're safe. This is a way for people to say, I'm participating in the vaccination program and I'm safe.
Yeah, and I like this much better because Dr. Mike yesterday was saying we should all have a letter sewn onto our jackets, like the Scarlet Letter. But I think this would be.
No, we can't.
Yeah, this is a much better way to go. It looks better too.
Yeah. Well, there'll be people upset with this too, don't you think, Doctor? I mean,
for sure. I mean, there's a lot of. There are a lot of people that don't even like the vaccination, but I think as a physician, it's so important. It's important for us as individuals, but also as we look at Brazil and India and some of the things they're going through. Yeah. It's just so important for us to get as many people vaccinated as we can.
Sure.
And this is one way to participate. We also put a portion of our profits to COVID relief because we think the whole process of vaccination and helping us come together as a society is critically important.
So there you go, Immuniband, a wristband for all prospective slaves out there, a barcode wrapped around your wrist. It's not quite the mark on your hand, but it's wrapped around your wrist. So you know, they are just nudging that little bit closer to it all the time, aren't they? Now, if you are foolish enough to accept the Freedom Passport, of course, it will only at first be used for your health status, but over time, they will introduce all of the other factors, making it the app to rule them all, and you will be totally dependent on it to live your daily life. Again, why on earth would anybody voluntarily choose to go down this route? But if that happens, then once all of those things have been interweaved into this app, 24/7 surveillance, access to your bank, the measuring of your carbon footprint, your social credit score, etc., etc. Once all of that shite is in place and the day-to-day living of your life is completely dependent on this app and the ability to scan it everywhere, to get into your job, to get onto the bus or a train, to buy a coffee, to work with all the smart devices they've got planned, because you will be so dependent on it. It will become a pain to be constantly having to take your phone in and out of your pocket to scan stuff, God knows, 100 times a day. Plus, what happens if your phone malfunctions, runs out of power at a crucial moment, or you lose your phone? Imagine that. Your life will be stopped, dead in its tracks. Then they will sell the idea of a microchip in the hand for convenience. It will be sold to you as a convenience product and a safety product, because by then because if you're foolish enough to accept this now, you will be dependent on it later on. And I mean, look at this clip from Sweden. They are already doing this.
When Elias Brotberger goes to work, he doesn't need ID. And he doesn't need money. In fact, much of what he needs to get through the day is hidden right there, just below the surface, in his hand.
You like to touch it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, weird. Yeah, it's like a grain of rice.
Yeah, a grain of rice.
Embedded in his hand is a microchip that serves as his keys, his ID, and his wallet.
Yeah, it's all in chip, so I use it like to get around the building.
Buy snacks.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's buy some snacks.
Exactly.
So I can't open it.
No.
Okay.
So what I need to do is I need to first blip my chip, and it will log me in, and from there I get access to the fridge.
Popular TV shows like Black Mirror have imagined chips as part of a dystopian future.
Install ingrain procedure with local anesthetic and you're good to go.
In Sweden, the microchips are already here.
The microchip implants use the same technology that's in contactless credit cards.
Which have made cash pretty much obsolete in Sweden.
No cash.
At this tech fair, a chipping event for those on the cutting edge, merging their hands with this new technology.
I thought it would be fun, right?
The process is simple and swift. A pinch of the skin, and in a matter of seconds, the chip is inserted. The transformation is complete. As for the pain,
I barely felt it.
But even in this nation of early adopters, not everyone is racing to get chipped.
Feel less human. I will feel like a robot.
I think, it's so much more data can go into this, when it's in your body.
There's no central registry tracking how many people are chipped, but biohacker Hannes Wellblood estimates between 5,000 and 10,000.
In the future, do you think everyone is going to be chipped?
I think it'll be voluntary, but I am certainly convinced that millions of people will find it very, very valuable to have a smart device under their skin.
Human microchipping may be our future, but in Sweden, it's already reality. Sarah Harmon, NBC News, Stockholm.
So yeah, as the woman says, a robot. I don't want to be a robot. I want to be a human being. But that's what the powers that shouldn't be, that is what they want. They want you to be robots. They don't want you to be a human being who has thoughts and feelings. They don't want you to be an individual with your own personality and your own character, a person with emotions and beliefs. No, they want you to be a product that can be easily processed. And that's where this is heading if you allow it. Don't let it happen. As always, thanks for listening. Come and subscribe to the tribe at hugotalks.com, trying to build a community of free thinkers who are individuals and not robots or products that can be processed by a scanning machine. See you later.